Hi Michael, this is Gareth from JBT. It's just a little video to walk you around the Avon just before it leaves us today, so you can get her up and running when she arrives. Not a lot to it really. The boat has got an anchor and line in here. I've got the key and everything else. I'll show you how to start that in a second and what's underneath here. The boat has two wooden oars which are kept in these sections down here, which are all strapped in. The engine currently is in a trim position just for its journey, and you can also use that when the boat is at berth, just to keep all this mechanics out of the water. There's a catch underneath here which releases it. I'll just show you from the front here. It's a little bit harder to find, but it's this one here. Where is it? This one here. Okay, move it over, and it's just basically got a picture of an engine trim going down, and you lift the engine up, push that lever, and it'll allow the engine to be brought down into the running position. Okay, now the steering wheel, this is the controls. The key fits like so into the slot here. Okay, and the kill cord, very important that this is worn at all times. Locates round this collar just underneath the key switch there. Okay, the engine will not operate unless that is in position. Also, there is a neutral in-gear start protection system which will not allow the engine to start should this be out of a neutral position, so it will not start here or here. It has to be into that position, so if you get a cut out on the water, first thing you need to think about is the neutral position there. As long as it's in neutral, the engine will start on the switch here. Turn it to its first stage, you can push it in for the cold start function, and if I turn it quickly you'll hear the engine fire. There you go. Okay. Key out. Okay. Now for fast idling, this lever here, just raise that up whilst it's in neutral. Now allow the engine to run slightly faster for a quicker warm up, but no gears can be selected until this lever is in this down position. Okay. Oh, there's two keys with the boat and the kill cord, one kill cord. Now underneath here is the fuel tank. The fuel tank has got this gauge on this cap which will tell you how much fuel is in there. The centre of the cap has this. Another thing that's very important: when you're travelling, leave that closed. But when you want to operate the boat, you need to have that open, unscrewed, which will allow air to go in there and obviously allow the fuel to be drawn up without that being under vacuum, because this otherwise is a sealed container. So you must have that closed for driving around on the car, and then when you want to use it, just undo. If you do suffer an engine cut, it's one of the first things you do need to check to make sure that this isn't under vacuum, because the fuel pump on the engine will not be strong enough to draw the fuel through. Okay, so removal of the tank, cap tight, vent tight, and then you grab the connector which has got this little clip and you wiggle that off. That will allow you to remove this canister for refilling at the petrol station, and once it's back in, you bring the connector down, put it back on, get the lid seal, and it clicks on. Okay. The battery is located in that box, which is the starting function. It's got a new battery in there. It's well worth removing that in the colder months to make sure that it's at home and on charge. And when you initially connect the fuel, this is the fuel purge bulb. You squeeze it. Now this has gone nice and hard, so it's ready to go. Now, as I say, it will just need kicking over and it will start. Okay. And bear with me a minute. I will just get the engine down into that other function in a sec. Just put it round that way. have actually, this engine here, when the trim comes up, it's this arm here that needs to be moved, which will allow it to come down. So if you take the weight of the engine off the bracket, slide it out and it will come down. Okay? And it has a trim pin, this thing, which limits the low point of the boat's engine in trim. The moment it's its lowest point, you can bring it back and therefore it won't go all the way back down to the most negative form of trim. So that's where it's set for this boat. So you don't have to move that. Okay? Anyway, I hope you enjoy the boat. If you do have any questions about it, definitely give us a shout. Actually, I was thinking about that. Can I just show you under here? Not much to look at under here, but it's a lovely little clean engine, but nonetheless. Here you go, here's your engine. Here's your fuel bowl. So once you squeeze the fuel purge bowl, it will go into this before it goes to the carburetor. So you want to make sure when you're squeezing the bowl that you're definitely, the purge bulb, that you're definitely getting fuel flow into here. This is the oil fill, and that is the engine dipstick there. Okay, and this does run on a conventional type car oil filter, specific to the engine. So if you ever need one, you have to get one from the Yamaha dealer. But that gets changed when the oil does get changed. And these, so here's the spark plugs. The only general piece of maintenance you need to do is just oil checks, which is his dipstick and filler. And so putting the engine cowling back on. Once you've actually got the lip over at the front, goes up to the back, push your flap down, and that's it. So, hope that's useful. Enjoy the boat. If you ever want a bigger one, then obviously do give us a shout. Look forward to speaking to you. Bye bye.